Graduates and guests, joining us today to recognize and honor our history-making graduating class of 2024 are distinguished guests and leaders from our college and university. Craig Stone, CLA Grand Marshal. Mitali Jain, ASI President. Sophia Pandia, Chair, Religious Studies. Chi Chun, Chair, Psychology. Amy Cabrera Rasmussen, Chair, Political Science. Seiji Steinmetz, Associate Dean. Donna Nicole, Associate Dean. Deborah Thien, Dean. Jody Cormack, Vice Provost of Academic Affairs and Dean of Graduate Studies. Shauna McKeever, University Counsel. Jeff Cook, Chief Communications Officer. Chris Fowler, Chief of Staff. Min Yao, Vice President, Information Technology. Dan Montoya, Vice President, University Relations and Development. Scott Appel, Vice President, Administration and Finance. Beth Lesson, Vice President, Student Affairs. Jane Close Connolly, President. In 2018, the university adopted a new alma mater with lyrics by Christian Valdez and music by Kyle Gabriel, composed when both were students in the Bob Cole Conservatory of Music. To sing it for you today, please welcome Young Jin Kim, a 2024 graduate of the Bob Cole Conservatory of Music.
To scholars, artists, dreamers, all are welcome here. Maker of tomorrow's leaders, now and through the years. Love for all that came before us, in our hearts we hold. Always honor, truth and justice, always black and gold. Rise and innovate forever, ever higher reach. All our lives we shall remember beautiful Long Beach.
And now, please welcome the Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, Deborah Thien.
Wow, what a crowd! President Connolly, honored guests, members of the faculty, relatives, and friends of the graduates, and the class of 2024. I welcome you to the 74th Annual Commencement Celebration of California State University, Long Beach. I'm Dr. Deborah Thien, the Dean of the biggest and the best college on campus, the College of the Liberal Arts. The College of the Liberal Arts, or the CLA as we like to say, offers a multitude of majors, minors, and certificates represented by all of you here today. We have hundreds of talented faculty members and dedicated staff who are here to support our almost 10,000 students. Yes, 10,000 students. I said we were big, didn't I? You, our students, are at the center of everything we do. And I am delighted to be here today to honor you, the almost 2,000 graduating CLA students, as part of the class of 2024. As we begin the ceremony today, I would like to acknowledge the Tongva Gabrielino and the Ashiman Waneno nations as the original stewards and traditional caretakers of the land where Cal State Long Beach is located. It is my honor to work at Pavagna, a sacred site known as the gathering place to the Tongva and other Southern California Indian peoples. I wish our gathering here today was 4 more in number. I would like to recognize the accomplishments of 4 students who will be awarded posthumous degrees today. Jason Shishido, Political Science. Adriana Nunez from Psychology. Alex Wechter from Anthropology. And Jose Espinoza Cardoso from Sociology. Their families are here in the stadium today with us as we honor them and recognize their hard work and the hard work of all of our CLA graduates. I know today is a monumental day for everyone, for all of you students in the stands, and everyone here who helped you get to this stage where we will hear your names as you become Cal State Long Beach newest graduates. You've had support from your friends, your family, your faculty, your mentors, and so many more. If you have someone to thank, shout it out. I encourage you by the end of the day, or even the end of this ceremony, to thank someone who helped you get here. Post your appreciation on social media. Pick up the phone and give them an actual phone call. Tweet it, snap it, TikTok it, or go really old school and send a thank you card in the mail to someone special who couldn't be here today. Share this day. Share your achievement. Representation matters. And please share your gratitude with those who helped you reach this moment. I'm surrounded on stage by people who helped all of us get here. I want to acknowledge our esteemed faculty Grand Marshal, Professor Craig Stone, Director, American Indian Studies. I want to acknowledge our chairs and directors from the college's departments, the CLA Associate Deans, and our CLA ASI representative, Natalie Leon Munoz. I also want to thank Mitali Jain, our ASI senator. We are all here today to celebrate you. Graduates, you have earned your degree in the liberal arts tradition. This is a tradition that values critical thinking, centers diverse perspectives, and fosters effective communication, ethical judgment and decision-making, and empathy. You have done internships. You have traveled abroad. You have learned languages. You have joined clubs. You have served your communities. You have worked on projects in classrooms, in labs, and beyond with your professors and your peers. You have made the most of your time as Cal State Long Beach students, and we know that you will make our society better as graduates. We are so tremendously proud to send you out into the world as the newest ambassadors of the College of Liberal Arts, and we are so excited to see what you will do next.
Good afternoon. I'm Seiji Steinmetz, Associate Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. As someone who proudly earned a master's degree from a California State University, it is my great honor to announce this year's Master's Award winners. We begin by recognizing this year's recipients of the Best Master's Thesis Award. They are Mary Venegas from the Department of Geography for their thesis entitled Vulnerabilities and Resilience to Weather Events, Woodford St. Andrew, Jamaica, supervised by Dr. Gary Heitrick. Let's give it up for Mary. We also recognize Julie Haltom from the Department of History for their thesis entitled 5 Acres of Freedom, Jackrabbit Homesteading in the Mojave Desert, 1938 to 1976, supervised by Dr. Eileen Luhr. So congratulations to these extraordinary scholars and to the dedicated faculty who mentored them. Would the winners please stand if you are able and be recognized? We would now like to recognize this year's 2024 Dean's List of graduating master's students, university scholars, and artists. The Dean's List is limited to only 1% of the students pursuing a master's degree in our college. A nominee must show evidence of truly distinguished achievement in their chosen field. Please join me in congratulating the following students who have achieved this extraordinary distinction. Chava Olander from philosophy, Kate Prell from geography, Evelyn Ortiz Soto from political science, Kim Hu from English, Victoria Gray from history, and Mary Roish from anthropology. Will the winners please stand if you are able to be recognized? On behalf of Dean Thien and Associate Dean Nickel, please join me once again in congratulating all of these Master's Award winners in the College of Liberal Arts.
Good afternoon. I am Donna Nickel, Associate Dean for the College of Liberal Arts. I am pleased to join Dean Thien in congratulating all of today's graduates and their families. We are honored to recognize our 2024 Outstanding Baccalaureates for the College of Liberal Arts. We are here today honoring 2 outstanding students. Our first outstanding baccalaureate in the College of Liberal Arts goes to J.J. Muller-Dambois from the Department of Psychology. J.J. has maintained a high academic record and made extraordinary contributions to their department and outside academic research. J.J. has recently presented 2 first authored papers, is a co-author on 2 manuscripts, and an active participant in their community. Congratulations, JJ. Our next outstanding baccalaureate comes from the Department of Journalism and Public Relations. Raya Torres has not only maintained a 3.95 GPA, but has also presented and won at the CSULB Student Research Competition in 2023. Raya is president and founder of the CSULB chapter of the Asian American Journalists Association, an intern with KABC TV, and deeply involved in Beach TV News. Congratulations, Raya. Would JJ and Raya please stand to be recognized, and would the audience please join me in congratulating them? Thank you.
Our graduates know that the beach is a special and transformative space. Graduates and all our many, many guests here today, please turn your attention to the Jumbotron as we share a message from our esteemed president, Jane Close Connolly, and our beach alum, Genesis Jara, that captures the spirit of determination, creativity, and possibility that has characterized the beach for 74 years. Graduates, as we share this message, please stand and begin your walk to the field so that you may be formally presented to the president.
Congratulations, graduates of 2024. You made it through a pandemic, global unrest, and much more, and stayed focused on reaching this significant milestone. Faculty, staff, and administrators have had 2, 3, 4, or more years to share advice, so I won't bore you with anything more. I wish you lives of happiness, curiosity, learning, and service. I think these are the elements of well-lived lives. And a final wish is that you stay connected to the beach. You've taught us a lot, and we will continue to work to make you proud of your alma mater. Go Beach!
Hello graduates, my name is Genesis Jara, Cal State Long Beach class of 2019 and 2022 and former ASI president. I am so proud to welcome you to an esteemed group of Beach alumni, more than 400,000 strong. Make no mistake, we may be a big family, but we are a tight-knit family. We keep in touch with our alma mater, we look out for one another, and we celebrate each other's accomplishments. And today, we celebrate you. Know that as a graduate of Cal State Long Beach, you also join a family of dreamers, change makers, leaders, and achievers. When we dream big. Jurassic Park big. Yes, iconic film director, producer, and screenwriter Steven Spielberg is one of your fellow Beach alumni. So is Wendy McLinden Covey, whom you've seen in The Goldbergs, Reno 911, and Bridesmaids. And Caitlin Dickerson, immigration reporter for The Atlantic and winner of a Peabody Award. Beach alumni leave their mark on the world, always striving to make it better. Thomas Baker, Canada Research Chair in Quantum Computing, is developing concepts and finding solutions for quantum computation, while Lenora Norosky creates programs to educate future generations of immunologists as she researches and treats chronic illnesses and immunodeficiencies. We serve our communities with plenty of beach pride. Among our alumni in public office are Robert Garcia, U.S. Congressman for the 42nd District in the U.S. House of Representatives, and Lena Gonzalez, California State Senator, 33rd District in the California State Senate. And let's not forget about our former beach student athletes who still make us proud. Among them, Misty May Trainer, beach volleyball 3-time Olympic gold medalist, Terrell Davis, Hall of Famer and former running back for the Denver Broncos, and professional baseball player Evan Longoria. So beach graduates, you are now part of this illustrious family. Remember that no matter where you go or what you do, you're a beach alumni for life. Stay connected, go out there, and take on the world. Go Beach!
Graduates, please remember to return to your seats after name reading to be present for official degree conferral and tassel movement. Guests, we appreciate your patience and participation in celebrating as all graduates take part in the name reading and final conferral process. Thank you.
Graduates, this is your moment. Honored guests, we present to you our graduating class of 2024.
Sydney Roberts. Chava Olander.
Christy Saylor.
Junyi Lee.
Grace Petrowski.
David E. Gerges.
Richard Montez.
Emily Simone Daffing.
Ellen Tatavosian.
Rita Buttress.
Ambar Hernandez. Clarissa Gonzalez Tong.
Jacob Ni Otu.
Javier Ponce Fernandez.
Abigail Judge.
Edward Valencia.
Jasmine Arellano Gallardo.
Alicia Peretti.
Juan Carlos Fragoso.
Courtney Jackson.
Evelyn Ichchel Ortiz Soto.
Sumera Yassin. Lena Julia Wild.
Sochis San Vicente.
Kyle Ray Phillips. Laura Marie Ornelas. Ray Bjorn McGuire.
Dante Michael Cruz.
Brandon Kasato Takahashi.
Linnea Justine Holm.
Crystal Caroline Cachola.
Jeremy Marquis.
Declan Desart. Zachary Gage Bone.
Alanya Penick.
Tasneem Elgandor.
Charmel Alamazan Pilapil. Susan Pacheco.
Callista Elaine Byers.
Hannah Elise Mercado.
Rajane Michelle Berry. Kennedy Elise Brown. Vidari Sanchez de Guzman.
Alicia Hawkins.
Margarita B. Ramirez.
Miriam Rosana Gonzalez.
Grace Elizabeth Resurrection.
Mari Jimenez.
Jaden Emily Pope. Kaylee Elizabeth McGarrahan. Angelica Marie Marquez.
Tatiana Y. Tamayo. Eileen Vera.
Madison Rose Fugel, Mallory Joy Bacon, Simone Asia Angela Bell, Brianna L. Adner,
Hannah Wygant,
Brianna Angelica Barber, Arlene Alvarez,
Aaron Alexander Torres,
Paige Catherine Shores,
Rory Sheehan Hoover,
Tiara Jacques Mitchell, Lucia Daniela Morales,
Gabriela Buelna Corona,
Dana Juliet Mora,
Gina El Nabut,
Fabiana Langston, Karen Gale Knobloch,
Carrie Allison Mack,
Maya Sengchanthavong,
Caitlin Grace Mandel,
Sean Curtis Wolf,
Jiayu May,
Andrew Robert Harrison,
Jennifer K. Trend,
Vivian Hinano Calloway, John Stephen Coretta, Loren Alexia Bennett,
Claire Kim, Priscilla Swayung Lee,
Andy Mauricio Castillo,
Michael Pete Hinojos, Kirk Eamon Lindbeck, Ryan Lee Hughes,
Owen Christopher Gidry,
Eleanor Grace Nicklin, Gerardo Ivan Merikin,
DeVito Tran,
Natalie Marie Cano,
Sierra Alexis Guzman,
Nicole Carissa Brown, Daniel Barraza, Mohammed Abo Hashem, Claire Mariah D.,
Valerie Guevara Salas,
Luis Antonio Rodriguez, Nikayla Lauren Rowell,
Jake Skoglund,
Daniel Leal Maldonado,
Adarix G. Campos,
Juana Liliana Mendiola Estrada,
Yenny Yanel Tolentino Mera,
Dana M. Ahmad,
Julieta Pardella Lerda, Teresita H. Hernandez Rodella, Kimberlyn Yamilet Guzman,
Janelli Gabriela Navarro Terrazas, Tristan Alicia Pelayo,
Lizzie Kavrelishvili,
Ryan Daniel Ash,
Luke Hui Tran,
Travis Wells Gillette,
Matthew Wong, Kyle Scott Smith,
Liliana Rose McCarty,
Michelle Fabiola Valencia,
Courtney Anna King, Michael Aaron Harris,
Crystal Nicole Alvarado,
Claribel Colado Mendoza, Yatsek Dariush Obirek,
Casey Chavez Martinez,
Renzo Aaron Pocasangre,
Ella Rose Young,
Megan A. Ruidias,
Sandra Christine Adams,
Fidel Rogelio Vasquez,
Anthony Manuel Regina,
Catherine Toscano. Nathan Cruz Silva.
Adrian Wes Carachure.
Caesar Joshua Sanchez.
Christian Park. Hector Parga.
Luke Maleka.
Madeline Dare.
Nicholas D. Ramos. Daniel Maurice Rufino Garcia.
Hilary Rose Vasquez. Diana Ruby Salvador.
K.C. Okafor.
Ryan DeRose.
Toshton A. Garcia.
Jorge Omar Bell Gonzalez.
Michael Stimmich.
Jesse Aguiar. Maribel Lynette Duran Wright.
Jesse Hernandez Gutierrez.
Rachel Kim Sun.
Carla Karina Cruz Miranda.
Johanna Patricia Laus.
Genesis Chacon. Alexa Alvarez.
Adán Rodriguez.
Stevie Nicole De La Fuente. Jocelyn Colpitz. Amanda Alice Buzikian.
Farnaz Narozi.
Ashley Delight Harding.
Michaela Catherine Brown.
Jocelyn Soto Rivera.
Aureli Guadalupe Aguirre.
Dominic Michael Luis Sosa. Cesar Manuel Valenzuela.
Tonantzin Moreno.
Kayla Grace Lintner.
Arutin Agajani.
Madison Valley Knight.
Cameron Rose Tate.
Alyssa Lisbeth Ramos.
Lexia M. Escobar.
David Soto Tejas.
Dulce Maria Ordonez.
Amy Aguilar.
Michelle Fernanda Reynoso.
Chelsea Janae Kelly Holman.
Ricardo Santos.
Daniela Berges.
Lisa Ann Goss.
Adrian Theo Santiago.
Jasmine Nayeli Rivera.
Alvin Tu Dong.
Christopher Moran.
Maya Omran. Althea August Antholzner. Jennifer Guadalupe Fausto.
Chloe Perez. Brian Javier Rodriguez.
Helen Nabil Ghali.
Tiffany Tan T. Dang. Aaron Bryant Espinoza.
Corey James Glover.
Nina Rosel Hernandez Miranda.
Amy L. Cervantes Herrera.
Ingrid Jessica Ortiz Gonzalez.
Holly Marie Henderlight.
Samantha Muniz Castellanos. Danielle Mendoza.
Diane Caitlin Dawes Estrella.
Genevieve Nicole Gomez.
Amy Rose Silva.
Alex Lopez Jimenez.
Litzy Jaylene Garcia.
Giselle Vasquez.
Misha Hashemi.
Jessica Curiel Morales.
Magali Vargas. Selena Maria Sanchez.
Emma Rose Corripo.
Guadalupe Romero Padilla.
Amanda Faith Gomez.
Maria Sole Obitsa Vanucci.
Isaí Josue Elias. Yaneli Guadalupe Delgado.
Caitlin Vu. Yamileth Arlene Silva Medina.
Caitlin Alexandria Hernandez.
Gabriela Maldonado. Valeria Martinez. Vanessa Ocampo.
Marlene Baños.
Daniel Alexander Stea.
Jaden Elizabeth Greenfield.
Ashley Katie Cordero.
Wyatt Thomas Phillips.
David Espinosa.
Madison Ellis San Luis.
Annie Lou Espinoza.
Melanie Bridget Sanchez.
Sierra Donegan.
Sophia Martinez. Victoria Elise Perez.
Kaylee Nicole Abundis.
Gadiel Antonio Soto.
Christina Elisa Lepe.
Hannah Hadassah Zubkov.
Juan E. Martinez.
Lakaya Bell. Anthony Carmona. Ryan Andrew Bustamante.
Kendall Rachel Longino.
Sierra Denise Burnett.
Amber Rose Ramirez.
Angelo Lawrence Canlas Casitas.
Valerie Shacid Lopez Sanchez. Alan Lewis Golden.
Jessica Altamirano. Mariana Calderon. Rachel Dawn Diamond.
Alexander Olivos. Filimoa Alvin Malupe.
Rowan Elizabeth Spiegel.
Irini Resk. Evadne Odalis Magallanes.
Fabiola Flores. Owen Thomas Christensen. Adam Campos.
Shannon Tristania Sukantri.
Ivana Dostanik.
Jakia James Aldridge.
Megan Trung.
Maddie Ontiveros.
Diane Silva.
Philip Yun Chung. Christian Manuel Carrillo.
Melissa Victoria Ramirez. Nicole Marie Martin.
Jessica Golding.
Trevor Joseph Murphy. Jade Elizabeth McClinton.
Zora Smith.
Sharon Chen. Christine Jean DeRoos.
Gavin Acker Harrington.
Francesca Manjula Namala. Estefani Cristina Rico. Angie Lisbeth Rodriguez.
Gabriel Sammy Aboud.
Victor Tomas Montero Gonzalez. Luis Angel Rodriguez.
Taylor Amanda Cruz.
Annika Clarice Van Aken. Malia Amaya Sumi. Abel Alexander Sanchez.
Roman Vincent Reed.
Adam Samuel Fagan.
John Kobe Schumann.
Kelvin Kong Lee Bowie. Alexis Michelle Gonzalez.
Rebecca Jane O'Brien.
Jessica Coronado. Jada M. Cope.
Joanne Nok Tran. Nicole Fung V. Tu.
Savannah Hart.
Macy Noel McKenzie.
Ludine Giovanni Lopez.
Torange Torchian.
Abbas O. Bolat.
Amy Nga Tran.
Wendy E. Garcia Carrillo.
Juliana Yasmin Moso. Alyssa Cruz Manaha.
Christopher A. Duncan.
Clarice Annika Nunag Sapida. Alexander Saihwat II. Audrey Sherry Voigt.
Ariana Aguilar.
Victorio Angelo Navarro.
Megan Michelle Jamal.
Quinn Monavan Nihan.
Sophia A. Sola.
Jamie Blanco.
Stephanie Aaron Reese.
Kylea Ann Lopez.
Raul Caballero.
Samantha Valdivia.
Erica Elizabeth Rea.
Joanna Flores.
Brianna D. Williams.
Karen Hernandez Eraswa. Naxieli Garcia.
Dania Isabel Monroy Salguero.
Mary Grace Tolentino.
Imelda Jasmine de la Cruz. Tristan Michelle Conti.
Teresa Tan Tran.
Phoebe Q.
Eduardo Del Rio.
Elena Apsara Hing.
Nicole Mendoza.
Rashida O'Rain Smith.
Carlos C. Lopez.
Mabel Martinez.
Vanessa Garcia. Alexis Lorraine Jauregui.
Nyoka Bella Martinez Cuello. Amy Elizabeth Rodriguez.
Perla Karina Toggle.
Lizbeth Carolyn Jauregui. Amber Nicole Heron.
Jared Blake Fierstein.
Johnson Duck Ong.
Kyle Cunningham.
Karen Michelle Sierra.
Brienne Goodwin. Nicholas Prentice Loveland. Marquise L. Gardner.
Aureli Andrade.
Mariel Salguero.
Natalie Maria Orozco.
Casey Lee.
Michaela McGreevy.
Blanca Alicia Garcia.
Caitlin Yu.
May Erza Marigoman.
Trammy Tram Lee.
Michelle Fan.
Samantha N. Tran. Samantha Sanchez.
Michelle No. Isabel O'Leary. Kirsten Chloe Paraguya.
Rita Judith Mayo Lemus. Destiny Santiago.
Grace Jean Dietz.
Kiana Wright.
Ernesto Briseño. Shamara Barsana. Justin Robert Chial.
Robin Gabriel Ryan.
Nicole Kazue Shintaku.
Raylin Chavez.
Elizabeth Gudino.
Matthew Paul Castillo.
Sebastian Rojas Fierro.
Gia Vijay Lachwani.
Cindy Nguyen. Raquel Rubio.
Althea Rose Calixto.
Tina Lai Lee.
Annika Santi Tria.
Darlene Tith. Mia Tuivan Sam.
Jennifer Chai.
Emily Christina Touch.
Orisha Diaz Eccles. Patrick Elia.
Lisbeth Vicente Islas.
Emily Ann Jackson.
Brianna Marie Mendez.
Desiree Blanco Romero Aguilar. Marina Atef. Carlin Noel Bruce.
Tess Quinn.
Emily A. Hermes.
Victoria Quinn.
Jennifer Chavez.
Armando Real.
Joe Christian Sandivar.
Chantel Lopez.
Yelena Tran.
Sierra Ray Parks.
Haley Susan Woolard.
Abigail Ray Ben Nunn. Marissa Marie Cooper.
Kate Elizabeth Nelson.
Madison Friedman.
Jasmine M. Jordan.
Charlie Jesus Valles.
Lauren Alexis Cruz. Abigail Grace Franklin.
Christine Lee. Marcella Miyoko Hulweg. William Ernesto Guevara.
Rafael Castellan.
Isabella Jasmine Navarro.
Serena May Garcia.
Ashley Catlin Albanese.
Karina Villasenor.
Benjamin Rusty Lady.
Kelly Anna Karstensen.
Emily Elizabeth Helms. Alessandro Angel Leon. Haley America Luvianos. Caleb Sembrano Gogui.
Izzy Yates. Paige Kaylani Tabayan Kent.
Anthony Isaiah Acetuno.
Alexa Navarro Flores.
Izzy Agnello.
Daniel Hermosísima.
Emilia Riveros.
Nolan Arocharin.
Alex T. Nguyen.
Fola Shade Alford.
Catherine Michelle Huang.
Anna Vladislava Feyesh. Stefan Dada. Nathaniel Barajas.
Jillian Joy Mueller Dembois.
Jeremiah Sadile Sabale. Evan Hiroshi Sakamoto.
Araceli Athena Gonzalez.
Gina Voa No. Ilse Ruiz Castro.
Joshua Alexander M. Santiago.
Nina Ozoa Miguel. Crystal Ortiz.
Amy A. Hernandez. Kayla Marie Gonzalez.
Ali Salazar.
Jose Adrian Gutierrez.
Angelina Isabel Santos Bendana.
Charisma Torres.
Natalie Nicole Brandon.
Sabrina Giselle Olivieri.
Melissa Juanita Barahona.
Ricardo Eric Zambrano.
Sarah Rizvi.
Jonathan Zarate Natividad.
Navid Anayi Cuevas.
Madison M. Tierley.
Tyler J. Kahn. Emily Eileen Juarez. Rebecca P. Lopez.
Asia Siani Bond.
Jareli Vasquez.
Derek Fan.
Autumn Elise Jones.
Luz Elena Moran.
Michael Bo Fletes.
Jessica Rodriguez.
Ashley Kim Willett. Julian Ramos.
Japet Nathaniel Salas.
McKenna Nicole Hamilton.
Adrian Ruiz.
Kevin Tai Sun Tran.
Bernie Mai.
Devin Ann Sitzler. Leilani Zarina Zaragoza.
Jeannie Elizabeth Martinez Gutierrez.
Jaden Joaquin Anzueto.
Narda Alicia Moreno.
Virgie Segura.
Stephanie Rubio.
Lena Eunice.
Barduri Rose Minassian.
Yahaira Serna Gallardo.
Nadia Lopez Dominguez. Jacqueline Leon.
Justin Angel Cervantes.
Nadia Rodriguez.
Daylene Chavez.
Minal Sedani.
Ashley Mae Brock.
Alyssa Gabrielle Rodriguez. Patricia Annette McFadden.
Powell Soriano Abella.
Giselle Hernandez.
Citlali Diaz.
Jaden Ann Marie Hickey.
Stefano P. Minaku.
Thomas Anthony Torrell.
Maya Jade Lancero.
Jade Suzanne Matthew. Alexis Nava.
Serenity Bella Dumler Beecher.
Carly M. Hyder.
Brianna Guadalupe Blas.
Victoria Skitichvilla.
Brianna Janelle Armendariz.
Aaliyah Grace Sinoff.
Jordan Alexander Mujica. Amara Maxwell.
Gianna Callow. Sarah Avila.
Madison Wedlock. Alina Du Tran.
Nancy Robles. Aislene Nicole Ramirez.
Philomene Alberth Kahayan Bulawan.
Ariadne Anjoy Keys.
Justine Kunis.
Daniela Natalie Rios. Eden Ashley Moisa.
Matthew Cisneros.
Michael Grant Wood.
Andrew Cortez.
Johan Chunwei Shu.
Andrea Manreza.
Erica Noemi Castillo.
Caitlin Ariana Magana. Moises Martinez. Kennedy Noreen McCormick.
Taylor Lee Tunstall.
Giselle Mary Rodriguez. Marla Lee Mullender.
Brian Shimizu.
Andrew Jacob Gomez.
Jonathan Alexander Castro Cuevas.
Elizabeth Rosas Cabrera.
Isped Stella Garcia.
Natalie Marie Andrade. Olivia Bulgarini. Gabriela Barrios. Ryan Eastman.
John Roger Olmsted.
Gabriel Felipe Alvawante.
Jorge Luis Tinoco.
Jasmine Cortez.
Christina Leticia Magana.
Alanis Kristen Alvarez.
Emily Nicole Garcia.
Nancy Arietta Hernandez. Andy Alvarez. Francisco Daniel Banuelos.
Vivian Alexis Vasquez.
Essany Camarique Howard.
Shelby Nadler.
Haley Nicole Benko.
Jesus Ricardo Torres. Matthew Joseph Sokol. Jackson Scherer.
Olivia Marie Iriarte. Jenny Undi Lee.
Emily Tien Fan.
Angela Cayetano.
Emma Jocelyn Perez.
Priscilla Michelle Flores.
Leonor Vivian Marie Reyes.
Daniela Viveros.
Sullivan Moore.
John Thrower. Yanet Carolina Zepeda.
Bianca Fonseca Guillen.
Angelica Marie Vega.
Anna Karen Andrade. Jessica Aguirre.
Dulce Maria Ortega Gutierrez.
Junior Alejandro Ira.
Josephine Augusta Afzelius.
Tally Klusner. Serenity Marie Garcia.
Ashley Vanessa Sanchez.
Isabella Francisca Novoa.
Brianna Nicole Tolliver.
Kiana Bryn Carlos. Lillian Marie Carroll.
Samantha Rose McCullough.
Annie R. Tracy.
Wendy Guadalupe Mondragon.
Valerie Angelique Torres.
Yareli Marquez.
Rhonda Wagner.
Adriana Fernandez.
Doreen Riot Hassan.
Luis Angel Manrique. Amanda Lynn Price.
David Chavelas.
Erica Kyoko Lewis.
Ruth Stephanie Diaz Hernandez.
Crystal Haurigi. Anna Sophia Jacobson.
McKenna Patricia Oakes. Alyssa Rose Murphy.
Victor Torres.
Kennedy Malley Heike.
Cara Deborah Timmons.
Naja Novakovic.
Isabella Solorio.
Michael Stephen Dunn. Manal Jamal Alasadi.
Carla Navarro.
Shauna J. Betts. Alyssa Marie Santos de Leon. Angelo Borja Cristobal.
Julia Robert Labrosiano.
Aaliyah Favroth. Amanda Lynn Drake.
Ira Figues Iwasaki.
Ashley Ruiz.
Emily V. Dang.
Tau Tolstoy Spartus.
Edia Ortiz.
Adrian Silva Contreras.
Frida Sabina Bucio.
Fabiola Lopez.
Jessica Ortiz. Tavati Rodriguez. Maria Guadalupe Rojas.
Alistair De Leon Bailey.
Amy Garcia.
Ashley Klein Icaldre.
Ana Carolina Morera Leite.
Allison Aros.
Ninelia Temorian.
Taylor Davies.
Mia Kayla Mora. Rimsha Rashid.
Joshua Carl Hernandez. Deontay D'Antonio Green.
Anthony Daniel Ramirez.
Joseph Daniel Cortez. Juliet Andrade. Caitlin Angeli Corona.
Alexandra Deyanira Medina. Annie Ron.
Terrence Tico.
Jade Eileen Osorio.
Danielle Emma DeBabney.
Diana Lares. Jasmine Daniela Herrera Zuniga.
Malia Tiana Mans.
Yaneli Flores Sarmenta.
Fanny Belen Guzman.
Emily Cuautle Chavez. Kimani Tyler Ewing.
Isabella Noemi Padilla. Sarah Najib.
Nathaniel S. Golshani.
Max Alexander Eller.
Alexandra Lynn Hanna.
Sofia Daniela Solis.
Laura Daniela Pedroza.
Paul Jacob Weimer. Shenandoah A. Simmers.
Haneen Ma'aita.
Taylor Marie Glennie. Nicole Liriano.
Michaela Renee Flora. Brianna Barbara Childs. Veronica Adlemi Cedillo.
Giovanna Pineda. Eileen Bao Nguyen. Lisa Wynn.
Kyle Lagahet.
Jordan Gabriella Bitan.
Hannah Elizabeth Tanner.
Chang Woo Kim.
Carmela R. Neves. Isabella Moreno.
August J. Stein Woods.
Brienne Galindo.
Kathleen A. Rin Yi.
Joanne Rose Epstein Bliss.
Amara Christine Porto Moderski.
Justin Santos.
Jessica D. Canary.
Cassandra Janine Wilfong.
Easton Christopher Depew. Miguel Joshua Brieva Esquivel.
Emma Joy Nelson.
Abby Carolyn Wickersheim.
Leah Christine Johnson.
Jennifer Ta.
Yasmin Sonia Marquez.
Annalisa Rose Calderon.
Haley Gioni. Lindsay Nicole Krempa.
Elizabeth Campos. Susana Pilar Delgado.
Misa Trinity Iokibe. Danielle D. Lopez. Tatiana Garcia.
Trudy No.
Laura Estela Clemens Manzano. Delita Risari Farias.
Sarah Marlene Lopez.
Jamile Ciordia.
Marissa Rubio. Amaris Caitlin Perez.
Brittany Charlene Lopez.
Olivia Ramirez. Daisy Ramirez.
Jamie Van Cleef. Michaela Page Scott. Alexis Nicole Villalba.
Sarah Christine Chadwick. Lillian Marie Barranco Ramirez.
Gabby Melissa Gomez Diaz.
Brianna Christine Cervantes.
Guadalupe Murillo.
Brianna Rose Alvarado.
Viviana Jimenez.
Nefertari Ali.
Angelica Lopez.
Jadriana Lee Colon Kinlachini. Kiana Amara Brown.
Nyla Divine McGinnis.
Reagan P. Heredia.
Brian Quach.
Justin Cuevas. Marcus Daniel Davila.
Ariadna Jasmine Martinez. Emilio Mann.
Jennifer Mariah Saldana. Leah Marie Silva.
Christina Jimenez.
Eileen Rueda Reyes.
Alexis S. Beal.
Miguel Montelongo.
Katie Sarayi Andrade.
Cody Villegas.
Jacob Luciano Ibarbol.
Guadalupe Rodriguez. Haven Nguyen.
Vicky Tran. Christina Haley Valencia.
Esther Amanda Gonzalez.
Nicole Alexis Acosta.
Ashley Nicole Godinez.
Giselle Soldati.
Cielo Gabriel Gutierrez. Kara Huang.
Lauren Riley Cornett.
Matilda Tranberg.
Brooke Virginia Barrow.
Grace Evelyn Williams. Madeline Ann West.
Olivia Catherine Dornbos.
Haley Reed. Regina Sofia Melendez.
Ashley Daniela Delgado.
Vanessa Roman Gomez.
Valerie Eileen Andrade.
Melissa F. Leon Parada.
Eileen Paula Knapp. Jesus Enrique Romero.
Brandon Heron.
Johnny Tien Nguyen. Jason Alfredo Nolasco. Alexander Ramirez.
Alyssa Ann Horner.
Anaí Chavez Ruelas.
Laura Elizabeth Shaluter.
Allison Marie Ortiz.
Sarai Zuniga. Shelby C.
Alicia Yaret Brambila. Andrea Elisa Bailon Torres.
Rafia Khan.
Liliana Martinez.
Patricia Chung. Evelyn Castillo.
Emily Gonzalez.
Nathan Mai.
Carmen Osterling.
Nathan Mai.
Cindy Bridget Kayaks.
Christina Marie Saucedo.
Kayla Cruz.
Samantha Juarez.
Wendy Miranda.
Thomas Galvan Yoguez.
Kayla Liberona.
Kamel Louise Frost. Angie Chavarria.
Rosa Karina Mota.
Valeria Carrillo.
Nancy Yang.
Alexandra J. Tremontosi.
Yvette Barajas. Nicole Ann Papina Funtilla.
Kayla Yim Tep.
Valeria Castillo Pizania. Alexis Laura De La Rosa.
Ashley Nunez. Charles Dean Reynolds. Ruby Rodriguez.
Sarah Baylin Duarte.
Madison Glenn Hoiby.
Eleanor Weidman Springer.
Amina Simone Gillum Brown.
Giselle Castillo Nunez.
Destiny Rochelle Guevara.
Isiosabor T. Soray.
Harvey Abraham Grijalva.
Christina Moline Trueblood.
Marissa Griselda Lovato.
Tyler Christian Trumpetto.
Braden Bennett.
Stephen Jason Lira.
Ariana Denise Ortiz.
Daniel Sack Timberlake.
Linda Michelle Gomez Hernandez. Paul Fabricio Huaringa Perigo. Trevor Austin Keenan.
Leonor Alejandra Malena.
Joanna Saavedra.
Alyssa Sophia Campbell. Maria Luisa Flores.
Deanna Perez. Sabaha I. Umerji.
Cynthia Cruz.
Christopher Roman.
Arnold Jeremiah Lopez.
Alondra Estefania Ordaz Duarte.
Guadalupe Valenzuela.
Alejandra Carolina Galvez.
Catherine Ann Barnett.
Camila Sofia Valenzuela.
Cesar L. Hernandez.
Ana Freire Garcia.
Vanessa Leon Dominguez.
Magali Mateos Martinez.
Kenya Michelle Tolentina Palma.
Andrea Figueroa.
Anthony Watanabe.
Caitlin Nicole Duffy.
Sophia Laurel Moffett.
Lucia Hernandez.
Solma Jasmine Sill.
Sadia Yasmin Escobar. Denise Stephanie Corrales Botello. Eduardo Flores. Itzel Davalos Angel. Tania Trinell Durden.
Hector Cuauhtemoc Herrera.
Brody W. Rose. Angel Eduardo Ochoa.
Larissa Cecilia Verduzco Avilar. Reina Angelica Verduzco.
Caitlin Huerta.
Jennifer A. Villegas. Anthony Armando Santiago.
Jalen Marquez Halsey.
Irie Ann Makeda Salcedo Ong.
Angela Echevarria.
Brian Anthony Martinez.
Catherine Duarte.
Gabriela Gomez Bruciaga.
Ariana Marie Castillo.
Alexis Andrea Torres. Amari Stroud. Victoria Alcantar Villanueva.
Preet Dixit. Sierra Jazz Case. Claudia Alonso.
Angelica Marie Garcia. Molly Grace Kirkpatrick. Angel Gomez. Ryan Hubis.
My Auntie Doe.
Alejandra Rodriguez.
Jasmine Mizan Hobbs.
John Wu Pak.
Christopher Kaiser.
Tony Cruz. Andrea Soledad Espinosa.
Juliana Michelle Godoy. Cameron Jade Golveo.
Milena Nevilev.
Diego J.Z. Flores.
Christopher Urdiano.
Isabella Ramirez.
Paula Campista.
Esmeralda Rosales.
Jessie May Eugenio Cruz. Brenda Farfan. Paula Gabriela Fonseca. Jasmine Desiree Coleman.
Victoria E. Morales.
Matthew Ray Gutierrez.
Israel Leonardo Esquivel.
April Nicole Galvez.
Radhika Preeti Shah.
Angel Daniel Alejo.
Andrea Itzeltz Gomez.
Vanessa Montez.
Itzel Corrales.
Angelica Sanchez Gomez.
Manuel Arvalo.
Dylan Thomas Holiday Kurz.
Ruben Abisai de Paz Gonzalez. Melody Avila. Favor D. Bono. Madison Amanda Flores.
Ranisha Johnson.
Andrew Michael Rojas.
Melissa Dorado.
Swan Yusme Torres. Johaira Jailin Sandoval.
Kiara Jasenia Cobenas.
Lauren Zarnick.
Serena Desiree Olmedo.
Marie Nicole Gonzalez.
Victoria Madeline Martinez.
America Yamilet Castro Matias. Michael Christopher Alvarado. Rebecca Elaine Calderon.
Taylor Huyn Pham.
Jasmine Crystal Acosta.
Berenice Tovar.
Giovanna Evelyn Martinelli.
Bridget Michelle Williams.
Kenya Giselle Rodriguez. Carolina Rodriguez. Maite Rivas.
Matthew Silver Salazar.
Sarah Palma Quieta.
Arturo Vega Yepes.
Nadine Ortiz. Naya Perry.
Aaron Q. Lamonius.
Sydney Joy McCullough.
Caitlin Rose Bailey.
Janet Bernal Martinez.
Myra Briseda Fuentes Fuentes.
Kimberly Ashley Sustaeta.
Daniela Patricia Ayala. Cynthia Alejandra Carlos.
Matthew Pagkalinawan Tiongco.
Ashley Ann Ortega.
Fatima Anayi Don Diego. Aquia Brown.
Brianna Perkins.
Vanessa Evaristo.
Michaela Marie Reverso.
Avery E. Boyer.
Megan Whitcomb. Maureen Torres Martinez.
Adriana Daisy Hernandez.
Jacqueline Vargas.
Nellie Madrigal.
Valerie Segura.
Samantha Ali Mendez.
Ruby Lydia Venegas.
Emily Penaloza Dominguez.
Jennifer Barrera Saldivar.
Mahnor Urezi.
Jason Castellan.
Gabriel Yassa.
April Marie Calvo.
Thavory Kelly Nahim.
Christina Pangcha Yang.
Olivia Rose Flores.
Israel Torres. Javier Sevilla. Ivan Juventino Sanchez.
Jose Montes de Oca. Amelia Tiffany Perez. Jessica Rubio.
Madison Lynn Saucedo.
Jenna Lynn Dorr. Jamie Michelle Felix.
Jonathan Ross Woods.
Lizette Brianna Moore Teague.
Stacy Burgos.
Danielle Malka.
Carlene Dawn Linicombe.
Omina Nasimova. Vivian Twee Pham. Brianna Nadine Rios.
Jalen Blaine Brown.
Chelsea Mitchell.
Serenity Jaylon Jackson.
Jaden Renee Orozco Alvarez.
Shuaib Mohammed Jiruber Khan.
Joanna Polito.
Andrea Carrasco.
Nicole Ashley Sabio.
Maria Guadalupe Lopez. Stephanie Jimenez Rios.
Andreas Avalos.
Katie Lynn Griego.
Katie Celeste Escobar.
Joe Madrano.
Kellyanna Lim. Kylie T. Khan.
Suli Veronica Alcantar.
Tiara Yoselin Mian Baez.
Billy Joe Fox.
Alyssa Marie Pompelli.
Karen Araceli Samano.
Haley Marie Canterbury.
Lina Sroor.
Bao Dean.
Ruby Guadalupe Isidro.
Kaylee Lisbeth Flores Figueroa.
Laura Hernandez.
Guillermo Molina Jr.
Andrea Patricia Gonzalez Mercado. Alessandra Nicole Lomelli.
Jordan Bean.
Megan Sue Arlene Odell.
Eric Emmanuel Welch.
Marcus Contreras.
Christopher Henry Villanueva.
Veronica Desiree Flores.
Dominique Guzman.
Daisy Rosso.
Jessica Judith Valle.
Mackenzie Page Dowd.
Dania Talib.
Monica Lee Rodriguez.
Rebecca Vargas Ponce. Natalie Selena Trujillo.
Veronica Cervantes. Kiana Martin de Leon.
Juliana Rosalie Pelayo.
Destiny Desiree Campos.
Daniel Changho Sa.
Christopher Magana.
Lauren Nicole Harding.
Junuet Wilches.
Sarah Elizabeth Maver. Brandon Rosales.
Graciela Batas.
Ashley Langarica.
Brianna Ledesma Reyes.
Lydia Sosa.
Katrina Lorraine Cabrera.
Destiny Monique Soto.
Giovanna Denise Peña.
Melanie Aided Antunes Lagunas.
Esperanza Dolores Mendoza. Carolina Macias Ramos. Cassandra Ramos. Anna B. Miranda.
Maya Gisela Centeno. Remy Nicole Amarias.
Anita Maria Laedra.
Mohini Moreno.
Joshua Cantu. Nicholas Paul Brown.
Ashley Reyes. Ashley Nicole Rhodes.
Axel Everett Balderas. Alicia Renee Chides.
Valeria Perez.
Giassi Alushala Harper.
Heaven Sanchez.
Cynthia E. Fuentes Lopez. Michaela Lynn Ceballos.
Natalie Nicole Guevara.
Jacqueline Alba. Jasmine Areli Escobar.
Julie Marie Jimenez. Melanie Hernandez.
Kimberly Angeles Cortez. Maribel Flores.
Lena Nguyen.
Monica Heidi Viola. Miriam Noemi Amaya.
Rosa Maria Rios.
Stephanie Paulette Garcia.
Nicole Pais.
Alina Ray Searles. Angelica Brandy Vera Sosa.
Jasmine Herrera.
Lashana Winston.
Malia Olana Mishek.
Aitana Aviles Fear. Stephanie Aguilar. Sydney Taylor Fuerte.
Paola Lizeth Perez.
Ada Abigail Gonzalez.
Kelly Chen. Diana Lorena Aparicio. Carla M. Ballesteros.
Isabel Nayeli Mena.
Jacqueline Barbosa.
Jasmine Wanjiro Jeroge. Gabriela Magana.
Elizabeth Torres.
Carly Jordan Pancher.
Jennifer Calle.
Marisol Soto.
Denise Teresa Garcia. Hannah Lopez.
Josie Castro.
Maria Melissa Sanchez Jaimes.
Jessica Vina Chun. Brenda Suzette Esparza.
Nicole Labai Sanchez.
Daniel Benjamin Salgado.
Anajane Z. Battle Sverley.
McKenna Joe Reynolds.
Spencer Noel Cadle. Isaac Alejandro Guzman.
Daniel Bracamontes. Gloria Isabel Flores. Anais Cedillos.
Sydney Martinez.
Julia Scott Berry.
Courtney Love Romua Gahotan. Nina Knox.
Angeles Diaz del Alba. Raquel Azucena Anguiano.
Sydney Rochelle Weibel.
Ubaldo Ortiz. Yvette Vanessa Delgado.
Brianna Nicole Hernandez.
Stephanie Viviana Perez.
Jasper Xavier Love.
Brianna Marie Brown. Madison May Burnett.
Wendy Hurtado.
Raven Shiloh Elias.
Maya Phillips.
Danielle B. Altore.
Toria Brene Love.
China Nicole Morer. Jessica Ruiz Arvizu.
Tamarisi Barra.
Karen Fonseca.
Audrey Stallings.
Casey J. Miller. Aiko Bernardo Rodriguez.
Myra Martinez. Sophia Helen Bonilla Mesman.
Wow, that was a lot of joy that just crossed this stage. Dr. Jody Cormack is our esteemed Vice Provost of Academic Programs and Dean of Graduate Studies. During her time at CSULB, she has led the way with clarity and purpose, and she will now join us to present our 2024 Master's and Bachelor's candidates to the President for degree conferral.
Thank you, Dean Thien. Will the candidates from the class of 2024 please stand if you are able? President Connolly, these candidates have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for their respective degrees and have been approved by the faculty to receive their degrees.
Graduates, you have been recommended to me by the Provost and Senior Vice Provost for Academic Affairs and by your Dean and your distinguished faculty. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Chancellor and the Board of Trustees of the California State University, I confer upon each of you who has fulfilled the requirements of the appropriate master's and bachelor's degrees with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Baccalaureate graduates, you may now move your tassel to the left side of your cap. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2024. Before we close, we have some important acknowledgments for those who made this ceremony possible. Sign language interpretation of today's ceremony is provided by Brooke Cordova and Gilberto Partida from the Bob Murphy Access Center. Thank you. I would like to thank the Bob Cole Conservatory Brass Ensemble for their beautiful music today. We thank the university commencement team for their tremendous planning efforts. We thank all of the family and friends who filled these stands today. Most of all, we want to thank you, the graduates. You are now the latest and greatest liberal arts graduates from the beach. Thank you. Congratulations. Go Beach!
you.